Well, that took longer than expected.
I know. You need to get a move on with these reviews.
Yeah, but what am I going to be doing now? I've already done the best and worst episodes from the series. What am I going to be doing next?
How about the rest of the episodes?
You know what I mean, smartass.
No, really. I got episodes planned for you.
Really? Which ones?
Most of the other episodes that you've watched, starting with the Great Rainbow Caper. Yes, I know what you said during your movies reviews before I came on, but you were young and dumb then. Now you can rectify your mistakes.
Thanks, Hell. Maybe I should also make a list on all the mistakes I've made during these reviews.
Anyway, let's start with the Great Rainbow Caper review.
Oh, good point. Wait, what did you Greetings to all, I am ZionKraze, and welcome to the Old School Pony Review. I'm your reviewer, and today's episode is the Great Rainbow Caper. Yeah, before I start this review, I did a little talk about this episode during my movie review, even if I didn't mention it by its title. And that was all I had watched until the newest series came into air in recent years, and out of curiosity, I decided to check out some of the original series, and I found a DVD with some of the original series, and as well as the movie. And honestly, I got 5 good episodes and one that sounded interesting but was just meh overall. Oh dear God, that was awful. Yeah, if I'm honest guys, some of my views from then have changed since I watched that DVD originally. The Golden Horseshoes and the Revolt of Paradise Estate, I have not changed my mind on them and I've already talked about them in detail. The Ice Cream Wars, Would-Be Dragon Slayer, Mishmash Melee, and this episode, some of my views have changed since then, and I have a different look on them. Anyway, let's begin. The episode starts with Megan clearing some clouds with the Rainbow of Light. Are you serious? Am I actually ripping off Linkara's shit now?
No, it's to stop you from ranting.
Ranting about what? Oh yeah, that happened. Great continuity! Anyway, Megan is clearing the clouds for Cherry's Jubilee. The group are being spied on by a couple of monkeys called Gizmonks, who are a couple of inventors and also animal poachers. And they plan on getting the Rainbow of Light by kidnapping Danny and Surprise and holding them for ransom for the Rainbow of Light. This episode, I honestly have mixed feelings on. I'll start on the negatives here so I can get those out of the way. Megan using the Rainbow Light to get rid of the clouds cheapens the most powerful magic in the world! Besides getting its ass whooped in the movie, obviously, and being replaced by flutter ponies for being the most powerful beings in this world. And the most powerful magic in this world? You know, after seeing the Flash Stone a couple of episodes ago, I don't think this is the most powerfulest magic here, and this actually cheapens it. But that episode, I'll get to that episode eventually. And our villains. The Gizmonks aren't good villains. They're not the worst in this series, believe me. I've talked about that already. But I have seen better in this series. I honestly never saw them as a threat.
And yet they did capture the animals as well as Danny and Surprise.
And yet they still got away by being played into their pride. And I will talk about that later. And as for their invention skills, they're slightly questionable.
Inventors of gadgets and gizmos and hyper super duper technical things. Some of which we don't even know what they are yet.
Translation: they make useless junk. So what is the reason that they want the Rainbow of Light in the first place? Is it to increase their animal catching skills? Or is it to make better gadgets? Or is it to get a new layer because this place is getting slightly cramped? Actually, it's none of the above. The only reason why they want it is because it's a neat gadget. Okay, that is dumb. That is the most asinine reason to get this. The Rainbow of Light is not just some cloud popper, it is one of the most powerful items in this series, and it's also enough to kill anyone. Just ask T-Rex.
And how fitted this was the episode before the Glass Princess episode. Zion?
Oh, sorry, I was just screaming.
Really? I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you would be able to hear it if you were a dog. And I know I don't normally bring up the songs in this series here because I just don't like the songs here. But I do have to ask this question here. If these two are meant to be inventing, what the hell is going on here?
Wait, are you sure that's right?
Are these two meant to be creating something here? Because someone obviously didn't tell the animators, and it slightly sticks out when I was watching it. Alright, that's enough on the negatives. Now let's get on to the positives. Danny and Surprise do quite possibly one of my favourite moments in this series. I've already mentioned that these two got captured early in the episode, and they got away. And while they got away, they freed all the other animals that were captured there, and they thrashed their lair. And this episode is worth watching just for that. Also, Megan, remembering she has common sense, gets Wind Whistler to follow the bird.
That bark is called Drudge.
I don't care! And she follows her to the lair to rescue Danny and Surprise, only to see the Gizmonks running away from them. Those two are crafty buggers. Fun fact about this episode, this is the only appearance of the Rainbow Light in the entire series.
Wait, what?
No, really. G1's greatest weapon that helped defeat T-Rex in the first My Little Pony episode ever, and it's reduced to a Weather Patrol pony, and it's never used again. And I think I've unintentionally made the Rainbow Alicorn cry.
You are indeed a horrible pony.
I know. On to more cheery things, the writer. The writer of this episode was Diane Duane, and I thought that Michael Reeves was the only writer in this series who was also a novelist, but here's another one who's been writing since 1979. And I don't just mean books either. Diane has been writing for TV, both live action and animated, video games, a couple of TV movies, and a straight-to-TV movie. Live action series include Mork and Mindy and Star Trek The Next Generation, which she also co-wrote the episode with Michael Reeves. Animated series include Batman the Animated Series, The Biscuits, The Transformers, Gargoyles, and DuckTales. And you just went woohoo, admit it! And for games, she wrote the screenplay for Privateer 2.
We got the guy sending all the email. Caught him. He was leaving Bex.
Reading my email.
Yes, that's one. And she also wrote the text and story for Star Trek The Kobashi Alternative, a text-based adventure game, and I am far from done talking about Star Trek here. But now on to Diane's novels, what she's mostly known for. And my god, Diane has written a lot of novels, but one of her most famous titles that she's written for is for Star Trek. This includes the original series, Next Generation, and a spin-off non-canon series called... I can't pronounce that, sorry. And if I read this correctly, this is what the Romulans refer themselves to, and it's the name of their language. And Diane has also wrote for Star Trek comics and part of a manga as well. Next thing you'll be telling me there's a character named after her and her husband. Oh, no really, this did happen! And Star Trek aside, Diane started writing for the Middle Kingdom series, or the Tale of Five series, but her longest book series that she has written for is her Young Wizard series. And now I have a new series to read after I'm finally done with the Skullduggery Pleasance books. But anyway, is this a good episode? Yeah, no! It's one of those episodes. The villains aren't good, the Rainbow of Light gets screwed over big time, but the Danny and Surprise meddling really made this episode worth the watch. I only recommend this one to fans who have seen more of the original series. So, what's next on this new list that I have? So that's the rest, and... oh, the other episode I talked about. Wonderful. I'm ZionKraze, this was acceptable in the 80s, and it's slightly acceptable now. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to apologise to a Rainbow Alicorn.
Tonight is gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. Tonight is gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Don't you be around. Tonight is gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive.
I'll kill you, son of a bitch! I'm gonna claw your eye the son of the arse, you scum!